Motorkrass was one of the most highly anticipated Cars diecast re-releases of 2023. Unfortunately, she, like many other highly desirable re-releases and new releases, was not in the half cases that are shipped to Walmart and could only be found in the original regular 24 car case, which is primarily sold at Target, which wouldn't be a problem, except for the fact that all throughout 2023, Target had infamously bad car stock. It was a nationwide issue that is still going on right now, that car stock at Targets are like a year behind. The Target closest to my house just got in the Doug Crankle case from last year. I found that in March, and it's just hitting my Targets now. It's that bad. It's really, really, really bad. And Misti is in easily one of the rarest cases. The case includes her, the West Philanopus, and Cryptid Buster Mater, with the latter two becoming incredibly rare and expensive. But luckily, it seems they're starting to hit more and more targets. I've seen a few people be able to pick them up recently, and I was lucky enough to go into a Target yesterday and find almost the full case. Unfortunately, the West Philanopus and Cryptid Buster Mater were taken, but Misti was not, meaning I was finally able to add her to my collection. Hello everybody, welcome back to another review. Today we're finally going to be taking a look at Misti Motorkrass from the 2023 Cars diecast line. Great to see her again. Misti, of course, is the Rev-N-Go racer, probably most well known for being the only female racer in the Piston Cup in the first Cars movie. Very happy to finally have this. Here's hoping that some of the other Targets in my area get her case in soon so I could pick up the West Philanopus and Mater. Yeah, someone beat me to those, unfortunately. They had a full case, except for those guys. Misti Motorkrass, some nice artwork over there with the stadium background. As seen in Cars, we've got Johnny Blamer, who, of course, was part of the same wave, I believe, but he was in the half cases, so I was able to review him a couple months back. We've got Fillmore, Ramon, Greg Candyman, Krusty Rotor, and Lizzie. Nobody all that interesting other than Greg, I guess. People were very excited to see Greg again. Anyway, let's get old Misti here out of the packaging. She is, of course, reusing the Leakless model, and she reuses the exact same facial expression that many of the Leakless model racers, Thailand variants have, with those rather small eyes. I don't really know how I feel about that design, but I don't really mind it. We've got the Rev-N-Go logo there, carburetor decongestant. I make a lot of jokes about how 2006-y the graphic design on a lot of the Cars 1 Piston Cup racers looks, and Misti here is no exception. This screams it's 2006 and graphic design is my passion. Nowadays you would not see something that looked like this. It's very, very basic, just an arrow with a little gradient. Yeah, I don't know. Something about that design looks a little dated to me. Then we have what I believe is supposed to represent a speedometer here on the hood with all these different little ticks in a circle. Got the number 73 there, as well as the grille. And taking a look at the side of Misti, you could really see just how simple her design is. And while you may think that I would complain about the simplicity here, it's literally just arrows on her and really nothing else. I gotta say, I quite like it. A lot of the Piston Cup racers are overly detailed, especially when you get into the ones from Cars 3. And while I think this may be a little too little in terms of details, there's really not much going on here, I do quite like the simplicity. Yeah, I think it still works. There's not much going on, but I think that's alright. We've got all the secondary sponsors you'd expect: the Piston Cup, Nitroid, Revolting, Octane Gain, Mood Springs, Vitaline, No Salt, Gaskets, and Gas Bryn. Easy Idle, RPM, Little Torquey Pistons, Leakless, Retread, and Clutch Aid there, number 73. Longer Arrow, Rev-N-Go, Carburetor Decongestant, those little sort of timer ticks on the side once again, and an arrow carrying over all the way across the top. We've got our window bars back there, and just in case you forgot, Rev-N-Go is Carburetor Decongestant, and just in case you forgot again, Rev-N-Go does in fact sell carburetor decongestant. And just in case you're really, really lost on what this car is sponsored by, it's Rev-N-Go, which for the record sells carburetor decongestant, okay? Alright, there we go. Finally, there is a look at the base. Very glad to finally add Misti to my collection. That means I'm only missing 3 piston cup racers for the first movie. And then also the Apple car. I don't really count him. I'm never going to get my hands on a legit Apple car. Yeah, unfortunately, none of the piston cup racers that are missing are being re-released this year. Mattel's been doing a really good job re-releasing every single Cars 1 Piston Cup racer. They've been doing it since 2018. This year we're getting a lot of re-releases, but unfortunately none of the ones that we are missing. So, I don't know. Hopefully next year. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going to go try to find some carburetor decongestant. If only I knew a company that sold it.